Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Thanks for joining.
Shout out to everybody in the chat with headphones on.
Yeah.
Nice smooth intro. This is how we like our intros, just like this. But everybody, thanks for tuning in, clicking on the video. While you're there, while it's fresh in your head, leave a like and subscribe and share and do all that fun stuff that helps us out. I'm Nuke.
On the right.
And I'm Kamikaze. And this is Blunts and Discussion.
And discussion. That's right. Well, we're going to try to keep this level of energy because it feels right. It only feels right. How y'all been doing, man? Everybody good?
Pretty good. Feeling all right. I've had a pretty good week. Kazi, how about your week?
Oh, couldn't have planned a better week myself, honestly. Got everything handled that I wanted to get handled and kept it pushing.
Nuke?
Yeah, man. I'm good, man. Maybe it's the weather, man. Like it feels like a week ago there was a snowstorm and now it was 80 fucking 2 degrees out some shit today.
It was hot, man. A lot of people on bicycles. People, ice cream trucks were out. Food trucks were out. The women were out. It was a great day.
And you know what that means? We're all about to get the fucking flu.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course. That's exactly what comes next.
Yep. Just in time for the nice weather, man. Like, now I got to stay inside again.
Yeah. And by the time you get over it, another blizzard comes in on May 17th.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's not over with. This is that false spring they're always talking about.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, if you end up getting sick, you can join me on Nuke the Monster Gaming. I'm going to start a gaming channel, and if you like staying inside and playing video games, well, that's pretty much all I do. And I'm trying to get that up and running. This is me working tirelessly. This is actual footage of me working tirelessly. Trying to get my gaming profile set up. It shouldn't be as hard as it is, but I don't want to bring some some bullshit. So I'm gonna try to work out something good so that we can get Rod can help me with these nice color schemes and overlays and all the fancy shit that makes a channel look good. But I'm trying to talk Kazi into it too, man. Kazi's always if you know Kazi, man, he's a gamer at heart. He just doesn't have time for it anymore.
That's right.
But we gotta get him back on some gaming shit.
Well, I do have time for it, but I smoke
he's a goonie for life.
Yeah, I smoke in my garage. So until my Xbox is out there,
that's never been a problem for me. Bringing some gaming shit into the garage. You should already have that shit set up.
Computer over in a backpack. Like, check this out.
I got to move my car over.
Yeah.
Just put a towel over the car on the hood of the car. TV. Xbox.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew you wouldn't go for that one. You're like, no.
I already got a notebook and all that sitting on the trunk and shit.
You're like, matter of fact, I got to clear the smudge off real quick that I just made from hitting the hood. We get some fucking turtle wax.
Turtle wax. I forgot about that.
This thing's got a layer of dust on the top of it. I ain't turtle waxing nothing. It needs to take a bath. And today would have been the day.
I was going to say.
It's supposed to be even nicer tomorrow, man. And it's your day off.
I got to get my tabs and charge my battery.
I guess we'll continue this wash your car discussion next week.
Yeah. You're going to leave y'all in suspense over this one. When's Kazi's going to take out the 6.4?
It's a 63.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, you need to get some photos in that joint.
Yeah. It's really annoying going to the car wash though, as somebody as an introvert like myself, because it's like I'll be sitting there drying my car off and people start tiptoeing out the stalls of their car wash and shit, and then the one guy, he's got the balls to come over, hey, and they talk to you for 5 minutes about the car, and just when he's leaving and going back to his stall, here comes another guy coming out this stall to look at the car. Yeah. I had one of these, and it's like I understand. I wasn't that bold to just go up and start conversations of like, I'm checking the car out, but I'm not going to be I don't want to say an inconvenience. I don't want to make it seem like car guys. I'm not a car guy, but I'm just saying cars, that guys want to see. I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm a dickhead or nothing, but I'm in my fucking flannel PJs. I'm drying my car off. Let me do my thing.
Yeah, my dad used to have a car just like this. Yeah, man, he used to take us back and forth to school. We'd ride in the back seat, no seat belts.
Well,
Yeah.
see you later.
Well, see you later.
Hey man, it's gonna happen. That's one of the prices you pay for having a fucking nice ass car like that.
Yeah, it's a classic car.
Like a big titted woman. You know what I mean? You can't help you got big tits.
Yeah, you're gonna stare. You gotta, you know, come say
We'll put
hello.
the tint on it though, because that's fine. You can look at it, but you don't got to look me directly in my face and stare at my soul.
Well, maybe next time instead of PJs, wear one of them Dickie suits.
Yeah,
No.
Let it keep them away.
Yeah, right.
yeah, keep them away. Well, but of course, you
I
got
did have
people on the Air Maxes. They're like, oh, he looks all right.
I was going to the liquor store for some shit for here. I don't know how many episodes ago, and it's like these dudes hop in the car next to me as I'm coming out, or maybe when I was getting there, and then when I come out, they pull out, drive behind me slow as hell, then pull back up on the side of me. Now my red flags are going off because they're moving weird, but then they're like all looking out the window, and then they get out. I had one of these, whatever they were saying, walking around the car, coming up to the car, and it's like, honestly, I was uncomfortable though the whole time. Like it'd be that easy. It'd be that easy. Oh yeah, nice car.
I remember when I was a young man, when it came to the ladies, I was running through them. But then I made the ultimate mistake and I got married. Damn, what the hell was I thinking? Every time I look at my wife, I want to crawl inside of a liquor bottle. And that's exactly what I do. I've been drinking Modiac for the last 17 years. Modiac, a man's drink. A smooth cognac that'll light your chest on fire and make you forget how much of a bitch your wife is.
Shout out to the chat right now.
Well, I look like shit this week. Look at me, man. Damn. Yeah. It's all right. Shit. Look like shit.
Damn.
Yeah, I look like just shit.
Shit. All the times you said shit.
I was listening to the pod the other day. I do that too much, man. Like my homies have called me on it too, man. I always say and shit. Like I had one of my homeboys was like, I'm talking, and he's like looking at me, waiting to time out when I inevitably say and shit. And now that I'm pointing it out on the podcast, you're gonna never miss it
Ever. You just did that. Yeah.
No.
Sure.
Let's cut this.
Cut that shit.
Shit. I'm just gonna go ding every time you say it.
Yeah, let's have an and shit counter in the bottom of the screen.
Sorry
What?
about that, folks. I had to go change my shirt. Where the fuck is Kazi's neck today?
Look, man, I'm fucking leaned up on the arm of this chair. Let me sit up straight. I don't have the desk. You guys have the comfort in. I'm over here between the fucking Impala. My feet are on the Impala, bro. I got a room enough for this chair to sit here with the shit propped up on the shit. Give me a fucking break.
Oh, dude.
Right here. Right there. Look. Right there.
Fuck it. We're leaving this whole video. This is the video.
It's unedited, completely unedited.
Ah, dude. Right here. Right there. Look. Right there. Fuck it. We're leaving this whole video. This is the video. It's unedited, completely unedited.
Oh, man, this is good stuff right here.
So what's going on in the boxing world, Nuke?
I'm happy you asked. I was just about to bring something up, and it feels like we're losing momentum. I thought we should really talk about something that's happened a while ago in boxing. You know,
Yeah, tell us more.
that's where my gut is going. You guys know who Bob Sapp is?
Sure.
Kazi, Bob Sapp.
No, I'm fine.
Yep.
He's a UFC fighter. He's been around forever. He was that big ass dude from The Longest Yard. You ever see The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler?
Yeah,
Yeah, the one who got his nose broken shit.
not enough to remember that though.
All right. Well, yeah, he's fucking huge, man. He's like one of the biggest UFC fighters you'd probably ever see. Like, let me find this.
Yeah, he's a
correct
monster.
one.
He really is.
He's a
Yeah, dude.
boxer.
He was UFC, man. Like, he wouldn't even box. Like, he was out there, wrestling and all that shit. But see, it says Mike there on the screen. He's talking about Mike Tyson. So it's this dude's was talking shit about. He's an older dude now. He's retired, just like Mike Tyson, but obviously he's still a beast. Looking at him, you can see he's a beast.
If you fight me, I will rip your heart out and tear it to shreds. And it still applies. Joe, I've got a little more than a six-pack.
Joe Rogan.
Update your show. Joe Rogan. As for
Why
you,
does his voice sound like the talk
I've got
boy?
a challenge
from-
for you. I'm so scared. I put it to this guy. Is that guy? Is this guy? Is that guy? Since you stop running, listen to me for a second. You and me, the two of my best fighters versus two of your best fighters. Stand up, Marcus of Queensberry rules. Because you're too scared to fight one-on-one. I'll take all of you on. Punk boxers. I like Little Michael. Ooh, I like Little Michael. I like Little Michael.
That was his line for the movie.
That's my challenge. You know my age. Fight me. For my crew.
All right.
First of all, I'm probably not going to willingly step in the ring with somebody who sounds like he has a fucking pitch shifter in his throat box. Second of
That's
all,
like number one.
you couldn't even choke him out. You got no choice but to go shoulder to shoulder with that man.
Yeah. Just try to avoid him as much as possible.
Man, Mike Tyson will whip that dude's ass. He needs.
That's what I was thinking
up.
too.
He really needs to shut the fuck up. Mike can beat his motherfucking ass, man.
Yeah.
Probably with a kidney shot. It wouldn't even be a fucking.
I just saw clips of Mike Tyson the other day, and it was like, when you really look at like his style, like, bro, like he had this fucking, he still does, man, like this mean ass uppercut, like out of this world, like it's programmed in him, bro, to like, boom, like he give you that body shot just enough that even if you don't try to block it or whatever, your body's naturally gonna, ow. And when you're doing that shit, that other one's coming this way. And it's just like, it's so perfect, bro. Some people say Mike Tyson, not the best boxer, is Muhammad Ali. But it's like, yeah, I think if you put them in their prime, man, he would have worked Ali, bro. He would have worked Ali.
I just seen the footage of him with Buster Douglas, and it was like, he didn't even look like him.
Yeah.
Whatever his fighting spirit he usually has looked like it wasn't even in him that day. Like, it was weird to see Mike Tyson like that.
Yeah. He definitely lost it along the way, man. Like he fell off big time when he went from training to how he was with with Customato compared to like with King and as he just lost it. I think he literally said that in the ring one time, like in the after fight announcements. Like he's like,
yeah, I don't have it no more. I don't even.
Like, I just don't got the fight no more. It's not anything like he made the wrong decisions, but making the right decisions is like propelled by that fight that he's talking about. So if you don't have the fight, you're not even going to throw the creative punch. You know what I mean? Like,
you know, Mike
was
shit.
Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Go ahead.
Know what I mean and shit.
Oh, I was gonna say, how was Mike in his prime, or had he passed his prime before he went to prison, or was he just going up to his prime? Like, did they lock him up in his golden years that could have been of boxing if he hadn't got
yeah,
locked
but
up?
he had already lost to Buster Douglas by that time.
So he was already kind of
too.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Fight.
I think he did.
Yeah, I think he was on the decline. It wasn't a steep decline because even when he was fucking around like and partying and shit, he was still murking motherfuckers. It was just that before he started partying, he was like like Mayweather with the gym and shit. Like, I think Tyson actually said that. Like, what makes Mayweather Mayweather? He's like the gym, because that motherfucker he'll go to the club, but at 2 a.m. he's leaving the club. He's going to the gym, and like even to his routines is like he just stays on his shit. And I think that's kind of what Tyson got off of that shit. Like he lost that fight of that motivation, but yeah, he was still murking motherfuckers, and I think he still has it today. Like the last shit he did was against Roy Jones Jr. And that was like, that shit was exciting as fuck, man. Like that shit was.
That wasn't a real fight though.
It wasn't. That was.
It was like a spar.
Yeah,
it was a real fight, but there were rules. There were
understandings.
You couldn't knock them out. No, bro. Like the after fight was real shit. The after fight of that Roy Jones said some real shit. Like, yeah, I don't want to fight this dude no more. Basically,
I like it, but the dude is so strong, man. And I understand why they say some things are bucket list, because when he hits you, his punches, his body shots don't matter. Everything hurts.
It was in the rules to not knock each other out.
Yeah, well, I think it was like an agreement and an understanding.
Well, it wasn't in the rules for Mike Tyson to bite Holyfield's ear off either, but he should have fucking did it. Not the ear, but I'm saying he should have hit him one good time and just, or vice versa.
Did you guys ever see that Mike Tyson Undisputed Truth?
Was that the recent one?
No, it was a Spike Lee production, man, where it was basically a theatrical production. He was in front of an audience, and he basically explained his whole story about everything.
I think I've seen a clip or two from it. It does look dope.
It was really good, man. I was going to say a little bit ago too, like Mike Tyson, without a doubt, man, is he's very illiterate. Like he's behind as hell as far as verbal intelligence. But as far as like fighting things go, like, bruh, he's
like a fucking machine. Like he's got it dialed in muscle memory and shit.
Yeah, not the physical part, just like even the he has a deeper understanding like a warrior would. You know what I mean? Like he understands the art of war, like really what it is, and to conquer somebody. Like he really dived into war because that's what boxing was. That's what his whole thing, his whole since he was a kid. Like,
theology of it, yeah.
Yeah, you study these things, man. It's been around for centuries, man. You know what I mean? And so, but he's not very articulate at all. But he's a good dude, and I highly recommend you guys watch that shit, that Undisputed Truth, because he broke down a lot of this stuff. He was like basically after Cus D'Amato, his trainer, and his foster father too, died. Then the Don King came in. He was like, but all his people were telling him before Cus D'Amato died, like, yeah, watch out, man, the sharks are circling. And Cus D'Amato was the one that had Mike Tyson, like, was holding him down. Like, yeah, man, the women are going to come. Everybody's going to come. The money's going to come. And they're going to try to fuck up your craft. And they did. When he died, he just lost it. But he was just a kid. You know what I mean? When you think about it, like, he was heavyweight champion of the world. I like, what was it, 19 or 21? It was something super young, of the world, bro. He was knocking out everybody. So everything came at him, but he was like, when he lost to Buster Douglas, that we all remember seeing that clip right here. He said that the night before, he was like, man, I partied all night. And he was like, I laid down with some woman and she gave him the crabs, bro. And he was like, so the whole fight, and he was like, you can actually see it. Like I'm grabbing my jock, like I'm on fucking fire. Not crabs, but he got burnt.
Yeah,
he's like, dude, I'm super uncomfortable. Like he was like, they were telling me, like, just postpone this shit. He's like, no, go out there because Buster Douglas is a chump. I'm gonna knock his ass out. Actually, I saw an interview, man, with somebody from the Wu-Tang Clan that was talking about Mike Tyson when he was a kid, robbed his mom, him and his mom. Did you guys see that?
And then Tyson
robbed one of the dudes from the Wu-Tang Clan, U-God, that's his name, U-God from the Wu-Tang Clan said that Mike Tyson robbed him and his mom, took his mom's earrings right off of her at gunpoint. And then,
Yeah.
he realized years later, like when they're, he's boxing, like it's the kid that stole our shit, stole my earrings or whatever. But I guess on a Vlad interview, they said, Mike Tyson said that, he's got money now. So who knows what happened behind it. He was basically saying, yeah, I'll pay what I owe for that because I don't even remember doing it. But that's what I was doing. And I was doing it a lot. So I probably did. If your mom said it was me, probably was.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
he's
that's
super
what I'm talking about,
humble.
his growth. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that he does seem he has a lot of moments of humility, like in his older age and how he's come to now. Like he takes a lot of psychedelics, and he seems like he's a real humble dude. Like when he gets into the moments of understanding what he was and how he's trying his best to be the opposite of what he was, man. Like he was full of hate, like he's full of just wanting to control and be violent and shit and shit. Ding 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 ding.
How the fuck did this whole episode wind up just turning into boxing and shit? Like it really, I kind of thought
I was trying to fucking ask you guys, like, who do you think would win between those two motherfuckers? Like this big ass dude or fucking Tyson? Now I got some anecdotes.
well, I said Mike Tyson will whip his ass, man. That
Like,
big,
look
at it, getting stolen on by that dude.
He got hit and literally like laid
Is that-
down and
I've
cried.
seen that before. Is that real?
Yeah, that's how he
And that's
fought,
the-
man.
The big dude that was talking all that shit to Mike
Yes.
Tyson that you played. I'd see the whole time he was talking. I was like,
Oh,
Yeah, literally.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, sign the contract, big boy, man, please.
so
Mike
big
ain't
he
even
never
gonna waste his
fight.
time, his ass.
He would quit regularly, man. Like he would get hit like that and be like, nope, that's about enough of getting hit that hard, and I quit. Like, and he
Yeah.
would do that like half of his fights. He would like they would stop. They would be stopped due to him just like taking a knee. It's like, dude, you can't fight Mike Tyson.
And a lot of people that
If you're
happens,
doing that.
bro. There's a lot of people that try to box. You know what I mean? A lot of people that try to box. And then you get in that ring and wind up finding things out. Like, man, I got a glass jaw. Like it's just not meant for getting stuck there. You know what I mean? My nose, it bleeds, and
Yeah.
my forehead, you hit me in the forehead, man. I'm knocked out. You know what I mean? I can't take body shots. Like
Mhm.
you gotta, that's what I'm saying, man. There's a lot of people that get in that ring and then get their asses kicked. You guys ever see that one dude, man, that what was that white guy? It was like the worst fighter ever, man. Did you ever see that?
Swinging all wildly and shit.
Yeah, man. But Ozzy, you know what I'm talking about, bro? You know what I'm talking about. No? I'm about to pull this up, man.
The dude with the green shorts. I'm doing this for my mom. I'm doing this for Uncle Tom. I'm doing this for. I'm doing this
You
for.
talking about against Mike? No.
I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna win this one for my mom.
Yeah, I had that big ass.
He did throw some heavy ones though, but he was just no match for the technique that came at him.
This dude, man. This dude right here, bro.
Jimmy
Oh.
Smith. He just fucking looks
This
like an
dude is
asshole.
so
Look at him.
bad.
He's got his 1984 fucking
Mullet.
I Rock Z sitting outside. Fucking Eye of the Tiger just ready to go on the fucking tape deck. Because he was like, I'm for sure coming
Watch
out here
this
with a
though,
win.
man. Like, it's almost. I thought it was a joke when I first saw like a short of it. The dude on the left. Bro, what the hell's going on? That's so bad. Oh,
He's
my God.
unorthodox, folks.
Yeah,
He's
man,
down.
motherfucker been training
Man,
at
he's
Bud.
That's so bad, man. Fuck around, it would have made my night. That would have made my. I would have got another couple beers off of seeing that fight live. Like that's fucking hilarious.
It was like 8 girls in the crowd. He fucking bagged the night before and shit, promising to win, and he was gonna fucking.
Well, it's all
How do you
about
get
time.
that far to be in front of that many people boxing and your styles like that? Like, is there any other fights of this guy, or was he just hyped up and nervous and just like?
Yeah, that was his first fight.
Oh,
Or
was
maybe
it?
he's had a couple other fights where he actually whooped somebody's ass, but like that is
But
kind
how
of
do
like
you
some move around shit.
How do you even get to that point fighting like that? There was that no like. I don't know. I need like more backstory to this guy because there's no fucking way that you got that far. They got you on TV to where we're watching it right now, and you're fighting like a fucking like a put up your like a fisticuffs in a fucking back alley somewhere.
Yeah. The guy
That's a Bud.
never had
That's a
fight.
Budweiser brawl. That's a Budweiser brawl stance if I've ever seen one. That's fucking that. Yeah,
Yeah, it was bad.
that's like a Biff's fight for sure.
What?
A Biff fight. Biff's. And it's just like this fucking.
What are
It's like
Biffs?
or in like Spring Lake Park or some shit.
Yeah, the community, local rented out community.
Oh yeah. Okay, I got it.
Big trucks and all the girls drive Cavaliers and Sunfires and shit. You know, back in that time.
Right. Mud races and fucking.
Oh, them
All
mud
right.
runs were the shit. I fucking
I
got
got
into it.
I got something
Yeah.
else here. This is Israel Adesanya, man. I think he's a UFC dude, and he's got a pretty high record. He's known to be one of the best UFC fighters right now. I think he might have been fighting for the belt, but basically,
Oh, I've seen this guy before.
we lost Rod.
What's this
Yeah,
guy's
I
name?
Adesanya.
Yeah.
Israel
he have like
Adesanya.
Like an unorthodox fighting style where he's like
Yeah. You know who
and he challenges
Anderson Silva is?
Yeah, I think that's the fight I seen him in.
Yeah. He gave him some work in that fight.
That's how I felt about fucking what's his name, Tyrone Woodley. Like, when he was like hungry, his aggression was like unmatched. He was one of my favorite fighters, and I don't really watch UFC that much. It was just he was somebody that I seen his fighting style. I was like, oh yeah, but I don't know.
Right.
Someone after that, I think he said it himself. Like he just wasn't hungry. He's just fighting for the money. He doesn't really give a fuck. Like that fucking Jake Paul. You know, I put it together because remember he said he gave him like $1 million watch and said it's time to fall or some shit. That was the payoff, bro. It's time to fall. Here's the $1 million watch. We're not saying the fight's fixed. We're just saying it's time to fall. It was a play on words, bro. That was literally he looked like he got paid to fall.
Yeah.
He just fucking he hit the fucking ground like a fucking wrestling buddy.
You good on technical difficulties over there?
No, run the clip.
All right.
But I always put that together when he gave him the fucking the watch and had the note with it that said time to fall, and they like did this on TV. But anyway, this guy. Who's this guy again?
All right. So this was Israel Adesanya. He I don't know how much this video is gonna explain, but he fought this dude. The dude that this video is about, the fight was a rematch. So he got beat in the first one, and this was the rematch, and like this just happened, I think, recently. But if it doesn't explain, I'll explain. But check this shit out.
Man, Israel Adesanya is too petty. Not only did he want his revenge on Alex, he went after his son as well.
Sort of motioned someone in the crowd. And
I'm petty, bro. I remember. So the first time he knocked me out in Brazil, his son came to the ring and then started to just lie dead next to me. And I'm like, you fucking asshole. I'll whoop your ass with that. I'll do it for you. Yeah, I looked for his kid and I pointed at him and I saw him and I was like, hey. Just to remind him.
And the kid's crying.
Man, Israel Adesanya is too petty.
Too petty? Did y'all catch that, or do you need clarification?
A little bit. I caught, yeah.
All right, so to clarify, this was the rematch, right? on the first match they fought in Brazil, and he got knocked out. This dude, Israel, got knocked out. And when he got knocked out, his opponent, while his opponent's, celebrating, his opponent's son comes and gets in the ring, and his son is doing a show for the crowd. His like, he stiffens up and falls over and shit, like right next to where he's actually knocked out. So Israel's like, you got this kid in the ring fucking mocking me and making fun of me and, pretending like he's knocked out. So now on the rematch, he ended up knocking out his dad and then looking into the audience and be like, hey, remember when you pretended to be knocked out when your dad knocked me out? Now I knocked out your dad and I'm mocking you and shit. Like, did you see?
Wow.
Like, yeah, check that shit out, man. Like, it's kind of a borderline thing. Like, was it warranted? Yes. Was it petty as fuck? Yes. But
didn't his dad do it to him or his son or whatever you said?
Yeah, the son did it the first time.
Not petty. Nope.
And the
He's
dad
waiting at
allowed
that.
it to happen the first time.
Yeah, I was going to say the dad didn't check him and shit like, hey, get off the floor.
No.
Not only did he
Yeah. No, then it's warranted as far as I'm
Fair
concerned.
game.
Petty, bro. I remember. So the first time he knocked me out in
So that's the first fight. He knocks him out.
Brazil, his son came to
It's in his face right there.
the ring and then started to
He's knocked the
just
fuck
like-
out. The kid, there's a kid on the ground doing the knockout and shit.
And that's his dad. He's right next to, right?
No, that's him. That's the dude who just got knocked out.
Oh, yeah.
His dad is on the other side. But this is also in Brazil, so it's not like it's at the MGM casino or anything.
Anybody else notice those legs back there?
Yeah, he kind of got distracted.
Yeah. Oh, there's a kid there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
man.
Go ahead.
To me, and I'm like, you fucking asshole. I whoop your ass with that. Don't do it for you. Yeah, I looked for his kid and I pointed at him and I saw him and I was like, hey. Just to remind him.
Remind him that he did that, and there's the kid. Like after his dad got knocked out.
Yeah.
Fair play. That's what you
I like
did.
this
you
guy.
ass.
I like this guy. You goddamn right.
She said, "You little asshole."
Yeah, you're gonna come up there like you're fucking 9 years old and fucking mock me, and after it was just some man's shit going on. Well, fuck that and fuck you.
Yeah. Child stayed in child's place. Like your dad
Yeah.
allowed this to happen. Your mother allowed this to happen. Yep. No, I'm
Fuck you
pissed.
do in the ring. First of all, fair game. Ding.
My son's not there. I'd have flagged my son down and told you go kick his little motherfucking ass right now.
Hell yeah. Look his son dead in the fucking soul and hit the ground like his dad did. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Fair game.
You goddamn
learned-
right.
You learned a lesson that day, kid. It's probably the greatest lesson you'll learn for a while.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You might not appreciate it now, but you will later in life. You were out of pocket, buddy.
Memory. And you'll always remember the day that your dad got knocked out.
Fucking turns into some Family Feud thing and shit. Now their sons are fucking both joining the UFC and
Yep.
son versus son battles and shit. Now their grandkids are in there tipping over and shit.
That's the
15
kind
years
of fire
from now.
we want to see. That's the kind of fire we want to see. They should start shooting the training videos now. We'll see them.
Yeah. I like that guy. What was his name?
Israel Adesanya. I think he's from South Africa.
Shouts out to you, buddy. That was all right.
Yeah, I think he's champion. I think he just won the belt off that dude.
And his son.
And his son. Yeah, it took a
Aside from the
dub.
I mean, I don't know what I was gonna say, but it takes a lot, even aside from just the fight and the training. It takes a lot to be knocked the fuck out in front of the whole room and shit. I'm sure that's some sort of humility you probably get over, but I imagine it fuels some sort of fire if you keep going. Let's not forget people like Ronda Rousey, who that was it. That extinguished her fire. She got
Yeah.
kicked in the fucking face and her whole career went out the window. Because she was used to winning. She got hung up in all the fucking Hollywood shit instead of keeping her brain focused in the game.
Right.
Lesson for her. Probably a great one.
Yeah, that kind of happened with McGregor too. Like you lose that first fight, I guess you can. I've seen people who lose a fight and then they'll come back and win a couple fights. I think McGregor did that, but when you lose one and then you lose like one or two more after that, then it's definitely a wrap. Like, oh fuck, you lost your last 3 fights.
It's weird, man. Like, I don't like watch. I do like to watch. I like to watch fights. I like to watch boxing, kickboxing, but I don't like watching little guys fight. Like, I don't like watching McGregor, or I don't like watching fucking Mayweather. Like, I don't like watching these little shits. Like, I just
the power ain't there. Like the knockout
power. The power ain't there and shit. It's like it's a fucking dance. It reminds me of those. You ever see those guys in the park doing fucking fake karate moves on each other and shit? It's like fucking fucking dance moves and shit. It's just like, yeah, man. I don't know.
Capoeira.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I gotta get that clip in there, bro. Kazi, you don't know what I'm talking about, bro?
Mm-mm. Well,
No?
like the
Brazilian,
dance?
like Tekken. Remember Eddie from Tekken? Yeah.
I don't. Shout out to the chat and everybody who has no idea what the fuck they're talking
You're
about.
alone, man. Everybody in the chat knows that shit. That's like
Tekken,
the number one
game.
That's the character. If you know Tekken, you know Eddie.
I got my ass whooped so many times by the homie in Yoshimitsu. Like, fuck that game.
I could get my ass whooped by anybody in that game. Like, that was one of those games where that's probably why Rod don't know it, because he played somebody who owned it and then got his ass whooped in it and was like, fuck this game.
Never heard of it, not a one time.
I don't remember much of the game. I just remember Yoshimitsu, and he had like these go-to moves that were just, yeah, that's all I remember. It's just like, there's no point in playing you, man.
Are you talking about Tekken the fucking game?
Yeah.
Tekken.
Okay.
They got a gang of them.
Tekken 2, Tekken
I'm
3.
play some Tekken 2.
Yeah, Tekken 2, yeah.
Tekken 2, lesson 2, I'm addressing you. Something in the
We
red crest.
got the best. The best and true. Nope.
Lies, because when I look between the eyes.
That's right.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say now you know Kazi's went through this whole conversation, not knowing half of what the fuck we're talking about. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about, Mummy. Like, let me spit it on Nuke. You don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah.
The hunt is on.
Yeah, and you're the prey.
Mr. Butler had
Screenshot that, like,
yeah, that was a good one, actually, man. Oh god, that's how we should end every fucking episode. The hunt is on.
And you're the prey.
Well, everybody, it's been great. Make sure you tune in next Tuesday for Huff or Puff, and keep an eye out for our drops. We'll drop these blunts and discussions. It's really been a fun time. We're glad you came and hung out. Everybody knows the deal. It's blunts and discussions. If you want to get a sweatshirt, hit us on that email, blunts, the letter N, discussions. If you want to send in your music for Huff or Puff, blunts and discussions at gmail.com. I'm Nuke.
I'm the Ride, and that was Nuke.
And I'm motherfucking kamikaze, bitch. And we out.
Peace.
What's going on out here, Facebook? Y'all won't believe who I just pulled up on, man. Kamikaze, the rapper from Minnesota. I'm about to pull up on him here. Check this out, y'all. He's riding old school. What up, Kamikaze? What up, Doug? Man, what the fuck is you playing in there, bro?